Hello, everyone. I'm Dharni Grover. I'm from the University of Delaware, and I'm housed at the Department of Geography and Spatial Sciences, and I'm very pleased to be presenting my ideas to you all at the symposium. So through this talk, I will highlight how the transition to renewable energy sources is not just moving to a new source of energy, but essentially it is a chance at building a new energy economy. And I'll also talk about the importance of embedding the principles of justice and equity into this transition from its nascent stage. I'll be starting with the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution is intricately linked with the accumulation of capital, economic growth, how we measure that economic growth and development, and most importantly, environmental degradation, which has led to the urgency to decarbonize and to move towards low carbon planning through deploying renewable energy sources. So, the Industrial Revolution is responsible for uneven development across the globe, and it is vital to recognize some of the long term consequences of the Industrial Revolution, like the disproportionate wealth distribution among nations, which informs the patterns of global power accumulation and also helps us understand the contemporary systemic injustices, both environmental and socioeconomic. In addition to dictating the global power dynamics, industrial revolution and even industrialization at large also brought about other significant changes, including labor exploitation and income inequity, through laying down a conceptual foundation for our current day capitalism. So, the Industrial Revolution, although is undeniably a pivotal point in human history, especially in terms of tracing back the beginning of the link between the fossil fuel energy system and energy economy and the political energy economy. And the reason I'm highlighting this link is because the shift from the fossil fuel based energy economy to a renewable energy economy is again going to reshape societies and the power dynamics that are at their foundation. So, we need to be cognizant of that. And my reference to the energy economy in this context is not just limited to the extraction, production, distribution, and consumption of fossil fuel-based energy resources, but it is a critical component for the functioning of the industrialized society and informing everything from socioeconomic advancements to environmental justice issues. Uh, so you might be thinking, why even transition to a renewable energy economy? But considering the frequency of climate catastrophes, the urgency to decarbonize is evident to the scientific community, and the adoption of renewable energy is essentially non-negotiable to prevent further increase in the global temperatures between 1.5 and 2 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial levels. So, despite big talk of policy initiatives and research funding for just transitions, we are already observing injustices and inequities at every stage of the renewable energy supply chain, as shown in this slide, from resource extraction to disposal. And we are also observing inequities in the social geographies of renewable energy adoption, which is also problematic. So this transition must be equitable and just to ensure that it benefits all countries, all members of society, including marginalized communities and our future generations. And this requires a focus on environmental justice, climate justice, and energy equity. Why I call this a second chance at the Industrial Revolution is because this transition presents us with another chance to build a fairer world order. It also allows us to learn from our mistakes of the past and create a more equitable future through not exacerbating the inequities produced and perpetuated by the energy economy created and defined by the fossil fuel hegemony. As Naomi Klein puts it, if we are a part of industrial or post-industrial societies, we are still living inside the story written. The story written in coal. This also means that a transition to a more sustainable form of energy is also being built on the fossil fuel dominant systems, which is perpetuating and exacerbating the existing inequities and injustices. So, unfortunately, our current energy economy prioritizes profits over people and environmental concerns. And environmental justice is a critical consideration for this transition, as marginalized communities often bear the disproportionate burden of harm from environmental justice issues, right? Um, and so this brings us to the end of my talk. So through this talk, I attempted to convey the point that this inevitable transition to renewable energy economy can be used as a tool for justice to reduce global inequity. And we should prioritize the role of justice and equity in our research. Thank you so much for your time. You can contact me here. Thank you.